Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I'm coming to you today from Zilla. As you guys know, my name is Donna, which is kind of dumb, seems how you're connected to me and you're watching this. Obviously, you know who I am, but anyhow, wanted to talk to you guys today about 5 tips to make your construction business function better. So earlier in the week, I had offered a giveaway to provide this document to you. That offer still stands, but I thought I'd just share a few tips on what the document was actually about so you can kind of get an idea. And if you want to, just reach out and I'm happy to send it over to you. So, with getting your business to function better, there are consistent improvements that make your business function better and are crucial for sustaining that success, sustaining that stability and moving you forward. So, unfortunately, no matter what adjustments you've done for your business, say up to this point, or even in the future, you can't always ensure that the business is going to be efficient. It's kind of a trial and error thing. So you try things and you determine, does it work? Or if it doesn't, then you make a change and you keep going forward until you just dial it in perfectly. So if you don't know where to get started, that's where the tips are going to come in. It'll hopefully give you kind of an idea of what direction you want to go to get yourself started off on the right foot. So number one is you want to combine your various communication methods. I'm sure that each one of you has heard, communication is everything. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is, but you have to have really good communication. So in your business, it's no different. So in business, you want to be transparent and you want your communication to be effective. When you don't have that, you end up having conflicts with staff, you have misunderstandings. The miscommunication between clients could cost you clients, could cost you employees. So communication can be that huge obstacle that kind of gets in the way. It makes it difficult to increase your productivity, delegate work effectively, and have that great culture that, all of us want to have, or, you just have that camaraderie and everybody gets along in that perfect world, right? So communication is where it starts. Often anything that has gone wrong, really, when you dig into the roots of it, it always comes back to communication. It's always been a misunderstanding or something that is not right. So do that to the best of your ability. Require it from your staff, teach them how to be, communicate better. Maybe they need some training of some sort, maybe take a seminar or whatnot, but always invest that back into your business and train your staff so that they are who you expect them to be. So number 2 is sticking to your business plan. Now, I know every one of you out there has a business plan. At least I'm hoping that you do. If you don't, you got to get one. Your business plan serves basically as your foundation. I've always talked about foundation. It's the structure that your business is built on. So it's like your backbone, and that is what you base all of your activity on. So as you know, a business plan identifies, who your market is, what products you serve, you sell, or how you serve people. It also identifies, your revenue goals and other objectives and milestones that are going to get you to the point where you're wanting to be. So it's crucial when you're running the business that you outline all of those objectives and the goals to identify what your projected growth is, so you know how to go from where you're at to where you want to be. So number 2, stick to that plan. If you don't have one, create one for yourself, because then you have a written plan that you can follow, and you know how to measure yourself as the time goes by to see if you're actually reaching and attaining those goals. So at the end of the year, it's not really a big surprise and you're trying to figure out, well, why didn't I grow this year? Well, if you're following your plan, you're going to automatically know month by month, or however often you're going to look at it, where you're falling short, or, where you're on point. So work on that plan. Number 3, automate. With computers and technology today, manual processes are a thing of the past. They just take so much time from the people that work for you and from you. So whether it is, automating doing direct payroll for your staff, or sending receipts, maybe sending invoices, anything that you can automate that's within reason. It doesn't take away from your clients and how you serve people, is a luxury. It's keeps you within that highly competitive market that we're all, operating in. So, automating those monotonous tasks save time for you and your employees, like I mentioned, and then it enables them to do more productive activities. Maybe, like say for your bookkeeper, it gives them time where they can do a little analysis and provide you with some job costing information that maybe you've been looking for, other critical thinking things that should be going on. So it just frees up the time so that they can get more work done and just create that much more efficiency in your business. Over time, the automation can cut your expenses, which boosts the efficiencies and just create your operations to be much more, just that well-oiled machine that you need it to be. So that's automation. Number 4 is about your finances. So get a clear picture of what your finances look like. What do your books look like? What's your bottom line? Are you on target? Kind of goes back to number 2, where we're looking, at the business plan. This is one way where you can get your business to grow and have it run efficiently, because you can understand your finances, what they're telling you. I won't go too deep into this because it gets a little technical, and that usually, bores people, to be quite honest. So, I will say that, a lot of business owners, they're not too skilled in bookkeeping. They can do, the bare basics, but let's, be honest, you guys don't want to do it. It's probably the most hateful part of running your business, just like for me, is marketing. I hate marketing, but I had to learn how to do it. And now, I'm in the process of having, someone else to do it, because I need to step out of that role so I can wear hats in other areas and work more on my business. For you guys, it would be bookkeeping as one of those options of, outsourcing, but, for having better, clarity on what those finances are. So, if you have a basic understanding of what your numbers are telling you, you can come up with business solutions on your own that will work to increase your efficiency and boost your sales. You can do that by making sure that you understand your daily, weekly, or monthly figures, or all 3, and being up to date on the financial trends in the business. Kind of goes back to, using your plan and looking at it monthly, so you can kind of get an idea of if you're, on point with, reaching your projected goals for that year or that month. So that, again, when you get to the end of the year, you're not surprised by what your what your activity was and how well you did, for the year in your sales. And there's other things that you can do to boost sales. Obviously, maybe come up with a different commission structure. Give like little salary bonuses or whatnot for hitting, goals. You can either do it individually, or you can do it from a group point of, perspective, where everybody's working together to reach a common goal. But the big one for your finances is just stay engaged with the finance side of the business. You want to be fluent in what you're looking at. You want to understand what you're looking at. So make sure that your accountant, your bookkeeper, or, whoever it is that you're using, that they can tell you exactly what something means. So if you are reviewing a profit and loss statement and you're looking at your net income, let's say that maybe your payroll expenses are, say they're way over what you think in your mind that they should be. Ask a question. Ask them, why is that number so high? On your balance sheet, this is where all of your assets and your liabilities are tracked. So your cash, your equipment, and your other types of assets are tracked on there. And your loans, your credit card, what balance are you carrying on the credit card? Do you have any loans out there? If there's a payroll liability, look at that. Ask questions, stay engaged, because you can pick up on errors. And it's just using common sense a lot of times will help you to identify problem areas that maybe the bookkeeper completely missed. But it also keeps them on their toes so that they know that you're paying attention. It keeps people honest, and that's a good thing. So I will also mention real quick that if you have a bookkeeper and there isn't anybody doing that in between review, so in between the bookkeeper and the tax accountant, you want to have somebody at least reviewing something so that they can share with you what they found and identify any accuracy errors, anything that needs to be fixed, which ends up paying for itself because there's always something to fix. It just helps you to actually save money, because typically, when errors happen like that, you're paying too much in taxes. So be sure to do that. They'll also, a person that does the reviews, will pick up on other things that should be operating differently, maybe make suggestions on process improvements or things of that nature. So it's always a really good idea, especially as far as risk exposure comes to. So keep that in mind. But, just make sure that you have your hands on your numbers. Just pay attention to them and you'll be fine. So the last one is focusing your efforts on the business rather than in it. And I know that you know what I'm talking about, because most guys that I talk to in the industry, they're on the job site. They're part of the team that is down in the mud. They're, putting the nails into the wood, building the frame, or putting, on the shingles or whatever. You guys are knee deep in working in your business. And when you're working on core activities that are vital, and essential components, because those tasks provide sales, you're not focused on the non-essential business activities, such as developing new services and products, training employees, building market share, getting out and talking to customers. So delegate the non-essential activities. If you have a team, you have a great team, build them to be great if they're not. And then, delegate, have someone on site that, can run a team, can run jobs. And so that frees you up to, get out of the day-to-day backbreaking work and become that CEO of, running that well-oiled machine business, where you can build it up so it's saleable, at the end when you're ready to retire, and you can actually sell it so that you can, turn it into, your retirement, right? So delegate the non-essential so it frees you up so you can work on your business. So that's the last one. Just, in closing, making your business function better is never an overnight process. So you're going to go through trial and errors. Not all strategies are going to work. It just depends on, your specific business model. But you'll figure out from, as time goes by, what works and what doesn't. And then you just make small adjustments until you just dial it in. And so that's what I have for you today. And, just keep these 5 steps in mind as you continue to advance your business forward. I really hope that you found them helpful. And again, I've got this. If you want a copy of it, just reach out. I'm happy to shoot it over to you. So you have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye.